Brown. Here. Clyde. I already said your name, sorry. Ed Sullivan, I'm up there.
Here.
Steinberg is who I said Clyde twice. It's Steinberg. So we do have quorum.
Have a quorum,
Approval of minutes.
Okay, can we have, does everyone have the opportunity to read the minutes from the last meeting? Yes. Can I have a roll call to see?
Off the mics, yes.
Yeah, it's on now.
Okay. So has everyone had the opportunity to read the minutes from the last meeting? Yes.
Yes.
Can we have a motion that the minutes be approved?
So,
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and second that the minutes be approved. Can we have a roll call on the subject?
Sullivan,
yes.
Clyde,
Yes.
Brown. Yes. Anderson. Yes. Houston.
Here.
All right, motion carried.
Okay. So do, Mr. and Mrs. Harris, I guess on this, first of all, I'd like to commend you guys on winning the beautification award, in 2024. See, it was nicely placed in your yard too, So, but now we're with the case that the problem you guys have is that you would like to have a deviation from the zoning rules in order to install a carport on your property, right? And so the is it the background? Where is that thing? So what happens is that you guys have a total of, you should have a total of yard setbacks of 14 feet with a minimum of 4 feet setback on any side yard in the R1. One family in the residential rule that for one family residential districts, and the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the total of both sides yard setbacks of 6 feet and 0 feet on the south side of the yard. Is that a correct statement of what you guys are requesting? Yeah. Okay, would one of you like to come up and present?
Just a reminder, we need to open the public hearing and then we can ask them to come up with it.
So we're opening a public hearing on this, on the subject. Who wants to come up and present the case for the requested deviation? Do either one of you care to speak? Okay, can you state your name and address?
My name is Annette, and this is my husband.
My name is Alan Harris, and we both live at 2301 Kenosha.
We did give you a picture, but
Yes.
take our mask down. We purchased our home at 23011 Kenosha in 2007. We chose the city of Oak Park as a good community for us to retire in because of the diverse community and diverse religious culture. But we are here this evening asking the council for a variance for our carport in our driveway. We have had problems with the neighbors next door vandalizing our cars when parked in the front of the driveway and have reported this to the police. So we started keeping both of our cars backed up in the driveway with our privacy fence closed, with a cloth covering over both cars. We gave photos to the council showing this, but it did not prevent neighbors next door from throwing objects from their yard onto our cars in our driveway. Their attached garage and yard is in close proximity to our driveway, and we also gave council a photo of this. So finally, after riding around looking in the neighborhood, we saw a nice white carport off Oak Park Boulevard on Clover Lawn, which is 2 streets over from us. We decided it would look nice in our driveway, so we purchased it and put up this white carport in our driveway in 2022. Only 1 car could go under it. It is bolted to our driveway inside of our white privacy fence. Our second car in the driveway, we still had a cloth over it, but the cloth over it because of Michigan winter with snow and ice, the cloth collapsed with snow and ice on one of our cars and almost totally damaged it. We gave council a picture of this also. Because of consistent problems with neighbors next door continuing to try to vandalize our car, we put up a second white carport and connected it to the first one, protecting both cars. This was around 2023. We also gave council a picture of the carport. We had white cloths inside of the carport because the sides were open on the carport, and our neighbor property and their attached garage is adjacent to our driveway. So we purchased white panels to replace, which look very nice. You cannot even see the carport from the street hardly, because it's between their attached garage and our driveway, which goes towards the backyard. And so we purchased those white panels to replace the white cloth, which matched the white carport and white privacy fence to prevent neighbors from throwing objects through the open spaces. Our white carport is in the neighborhood. It's how we got our ideal that it would look nice in our driveway. And keeping neighbors' address private, we will say 1 carport like ours is on Clover Lawn off Oak Park Boulevard. Another is on Rosemary off Coolidge, and another one is on Church. So to conclude, we took care to make sure that our carport looked nice in the neighborhood like our home. And as you know, we won the 2024 award for beautification because of our home. We did not apply for a permit for our carport. We did apply for our permit for our carport, and it was denied. And we were told we needed a variance from you, the council. Want the council to know all tickets that were given to us for having our carport without a permit has been paid, and we asked the council to finalize our situation and grant us a variance for our carport. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for them? Anybody have any questions for them?
Did it help, did putting the carport up for the first car, did it prevent vandalization?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Did putting
Press
up
your
the
button.
first carport, did it, I'm sorry. Did putting up the first carport prevent vandalization?
Some, because like I said, we didn't have a park in the front. We moved them all the way up in the driveway. So we wouldn't have moved them all the way up in the driveway. Then it's the same problem with the sister on. So that's why we put them both back in the driveway.
So even with the 1 carport, it still left it open for them to vandalize our car. Because number 1, the sides were open, and because that little strip of land is theirs, that's their property, and their attached garage. And in addition to that, they still could have thrown, with that 1 carport there, they still could have thrown on the part that was cloth and still vandalized the car.
Now, excuse me, now you have 2 carports temporarily because you built the second one, correct?
We have 2 carports attached, yes, because for
And
both our
have-
cars.
And has that prevented damage since you put that up?
Yes.
Any other questions?
So you're, the carport,
Yeah. We're
there's
learning.
a plastic or, I'm not sure what that is.
We did close that, one for extra copy.
But there's the plastic here, is that plastic? What is that? Even on this side, what is this?
Now that is, we had a lattice fence there, we tried different things. We had a lattice fence up there that we bought from Home Depot, and because it had holes in it, we put plastic over that. But code said that that was against code because it was higher than 6 feet, and we had to take it down, so we took it down. That's when we tried the cloth over the vehicles. We had pictures that we sent to the council, but there, we had cloth over the vehicle. And that was the second, after we had to take the lattice fence down. And, let's see if I have that one in here. These are extras we bought.
What do you have there now that's over the fence? What is that?
Just the carport. The only thing is, when you open the fence, you might see a plastic white cloth hanging. That's only if you open the fence, when we open our privacy fence, because that, our cars is right there, and we just didn't want nothing to hit it while the gate is open. So, but when the gate is closed, you don't see it.
So even from, 'cause if I'm looking at your address, it's not that far from 9 Miles. So if you're going down 9 Miles, say going west on 9 Mile, you're saying that that's not seen.
Right.
Right.
You'd have to come up to Kenosha, out 9 Mile, and look at the right, and sit there, and see, because there's a duplex there, and there's a house there, and our house is next, and you have to come down over where our house is to look up there to see it.
Yeah, because you can barely see the carport from the street. I think they had pictures there that was taken. This is the carport, if you want to look at it, and we included that too.
This is what I see. Anybody else? This is what I see.
This is the cloth we tried that didn't work. We tried cloth over the carpet.
Here's a picture of it, without the cloth.
She got to remove the fill down. The snow fill. on it.
So, can I just jump in? Only because I'm having trouble visualizing what's there right now. So, give me an idea. You have like 2 of these Home Depot carports there?
It runs the side of our home, yes. If you look at the first one, it's there, and the second one's behind it.
Yes, if they're attached together. This is the carport.
Okay, but, well, that's not the actual carport, that's just like an image of it, like a,
Right.
okay,
That we bought and assembled and put up there. That's why I've been trying to do this.
okay.
But I need just to say that the building permit, it shows 8 feet by 20 feet. So it's one carport, correct, the building permit?
No, it's 2.
These two?
Yeah.
Okay, so the size is 8 times 20?
I guess, yeah. I
Because
think so.
that's the report
20
was,
feet like there,
yes.
then it comes over to 8 feet like there.
But the 20 by 8, it's for one car, not
Right.
2 cars.
One.
But you're saying you have 2?
Yes,
The whole thing
yes.
is about 37.
Yeah, so
So-
the
Yes.
building permit we have on record only reflects 1, so.
We have 2. That was what they were saying.
So what's the size now? 8 by 40? Is that what, no? What's the size of the
It would
carport?
be 8 by 37.
By 37, so 2. So just to let you know that the report, staff report, was based on the building permit as well, which is 8 times 20. So just take in consideration that's now it's 37.
Okay. So it,
Actually, the site plan shows that, the site plan seems to show that where the driveway is in the hatched area, the proposed carport, as being 37 feet long. If I'm correct.
Right, right.
So the permit doesn't, but the site plan does.
Yeah, you're correct, yeah.
and again, just getting back to my attempt to kind of visualize this, if the car is coming in, what's on the right side?
Our home,
Our home
The
on
home,
right
okay.
side.
So it's enclosed on that side, and then on the left side, what's
It's our
there?
privacy fence.
Okay, so it's enclosed on both sides? Okay,
So it abuts the privacy fence.
yes,
I didn't hear you.
It abuts the privacy fence.
yes. Mine.
Ours.
Is your privacy
No,
fence
that's the
on your
carport
property
was
line?
covered.
Yes. We have a
Yeah,
survey.
it's covered.
Yes, yes.
No siding,
Okay,
right?
Yeah, I
okay,
think
there's
so.
a metal fence
Yes.
first,
Yes, yes,
yes, then our privacy fence.
yes.
What's, go on.
So
Yes.
above the fence line, it looks like something was installed reflecting, like, it looks like siding maybe to cover the remainder of the carport height.
Those are just the panels.
So
like we
those were
mentioned,
panels that you
Like I mentioned in the
purchased.
presentation.
So
We
they added
just
on
put
to that.
panels on the side, just so that they can't walk up and throw something on the open carport. And a picture I gave you shows that. Because the carport is made open on the sides.
Question here?
Yes.
I'm looking at this, and what I'm seeing is a neighborhood dispute. The resolution of a neighborhood dispute is not building an illegal structure that abuts the house. It is calling public safety, as you have done, and getting it resolved. As far as I'm concerned, putting a wall around your house is not going to help the ultimate problem here. It's a nice little fix, temporary fix, but the problem is a neighbor dispute, and this is not the venue to resolve this through building an illegal structure. That just, it's not in the, it's just not in the code.
Does anyone else have any comments? Okay. Does someone care to make a motion on the subject?
are we closed from public comments? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we need to close it
It's the only public
if,
hearing.
if that's what the next action is. There's no questions.
Okay, does anyone care to make a motion on the subject?
We need to close the
Close
public
the public-
comment before we move to motions.
The public comments with,
So we have to close, officially close.
okay, so public, any other comments from anyone? So can we close the public comments then?
All right, I move to close the public comments.
Is there a second? Okay, it's been properly moved and second that we close the public comments. Can we have a roll call on the subject?
We have to have a motion.
I mean, can we have a motion?
Yeah, we have to do a motion first. Yeah,
I mean-
discuss it.
We jumped around a bit.
Yeah.
I think the motion that popped up was just to close.
Yeah, and that doesn't require a motion. It's just a statement. Yes.
So that's not a motion?
Nope.
Let's close.
Nope, you just call it closed.
All right, so does anyone care to make a motion on the subject?
We want to discuss it first, you want to?
Motion comes first typically.
I'll do it. Motion based on the information presented in the staff report and additional findings of fact discussed during the review of case 2503. I move to deny the request of Alan and Annette Harris, 23011 Kenosha Avenue, for a waiver of 6 feet from the required sum of both side yards and 4 feet from the required south yard setback of Article 2, Division 2, Article 214, to allow for the continuation of an enclosed carport 8 feet wide by 20 feet long. The waiver will allow for the sum of both side yards to be 6 feet with 0 feet on the south property line. Zoning ordinance requires the total of both side yards to be 14 feet with a minimum of 4 feet on any side yard.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved in second, that the request be denied. Can we have a roll call on the subject?
Did you want to have any discussion first? I think somebody mentioned they had a question. No? Okay, all right.
Right, Commissioner Steinberg,
I agree with the motion to deny.
Commissioner Levitt,
Actually, no.
Commissioner Anderson, Vice Chair Brown, Chairperson Houston,
Yes.
Commissioner Seligson,
Yes.
Commissioner Clyde.
Okay.
We're having some confusion
Motion
before, I just
carries.
want to keep it on.
Okay, Mrs. Harris, your motion has been, request has been denied. Is there any instructions per, the decision? Do they have to take the I mean, your request has been denied, and so as a result of the denied request, some actions are required. And what are those actions?
Yes, that will require the removal of the carport, or they can construct something that does meet the setback requirements per the zoning ordinance.
Okay. Do you understand the
So we had to
instructions?
remove both carports?
Yes.
What I would suggest is reach out to our building official and propose what you want to do before you do it this time. That's the best way to make sure that you're following the ordinances and then don't find yourself in this situation again that you are requesting a variance after the fact. So I would suggest reaching out to them, telling them what you're proposing, and they can let you know if it falls within the ordinance.
So how long do we have to, because that's a little bit, how long do we have to remove it?
I would need to talk to them, but we'll work with you as long as, you're moving towards compliance. We always try to work with our residents in the neighborhood, so as long as you're moving towards compliance, we'll work with you. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other matters? No. Okay. So may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Okay, it's been properly moved and second that the meeting be adjourned. Can we have a vote on the subject?
So moved.
No, we don't. We're good.
Thank you, everyone.